2-for-1 build video, I'm going to be going over the updated brute build as well as the level 194 FM target. This video does take a lot of work to put together, so if you find it helpful, go ahead and share it with your friends, your alliance members, etc. Hey everyone, Derpy here, and welcome back to another Battle Pirates video. Starting out in the 194, the first thing you need to realize is that unfortunately, you're under damage right as you enter, so you need to be moving. I have had best results of running up towards the top. I've tried to take out that first turret cluster before, but it's not very effective. As I go throughout this target on a sort of preliminary type path I found, there's a few things you want to keep in mind, and I'm also of course going to talk about the build and etc. as I go through this. As to talk about the build, I should first mention that a lot of this is actually, I think, identical build to TSM, which, by the way, I made a video hitting his base. We both had lots of fun doing it. It will be linked in the description if you want to go watch that. But the updated build is one chip as a countermeasure setup with one singular Gale 4 and 3 MDS 3s. I originally thought we needed way more Gales, but it turns out that we really don't. The other 3 ships, I'm only using 3 actually, are built as damage ships with both cluster warheads 3 and defiled reloader instead of a countermeasure special. If it turns out we need more countermeasures at some point, I'll go for more of those ones. Maybe when we see the flag stats in a few months, that will be different. So those are the 2 builds that I'm going for right now, and I'm actually really happy with them, and they both worked out exceedingly well from the initial build that I talked about. The other thing that you'll notice is I do have a lot of armor on my fleet, which is interesting. I had a bunch of extra tokens. In fact, I still have 10 brute tokens as well as extra FM tokens, so I've got lots of stuff to change. If all the armor came out tomorrow, I'll be able to put it on. And I ran a few numbers here. Turns out the armor helps by about 63%, which is a huge number to help with. You take a third of the damage if you use the armor compared to not using it, which is fantastic. Now, of course, the tier 10.5 armor will eventually come out, maybe as soon as pillage, maybe as late as a few months from now. My general thoughts are that if you are going to have extra tokens left over after refitting the armor on, it's okay to use it. There's also been a lot of debate between the old Everest armor, which increases explosive damage, and the newer Lionfish armor, which does increase penetrator damage, which obviously doesn't help. You'll notice I went for the Lionfish armor, mostly because I don't actually have any Everest ones, and also I like the higher survival. I'm definitely not short on the damage I deal. See how quickly I just killed that turret platform? I didn't need any armor. So this path right here, and by the way, if you want to go back and watch, is me driving the target. I did try using auto. You'll notice you take a ton of explosive damage from the rockets, and 4 hours damage, which is absolutely insane for a Forsaken mission target. There's no way anything like this should happen. If you pay attention to the path that I took here, it is generally trying to use this purple mortar right here to debuff the damage of the enemy ships, as well as keeping moving the entire time. If you drive perfectly, or perfectly in terms of explosive, you should take absolutely 0 explosive damage, which is great. Looking at the battle report, you can see that is the case for this target. The evaded stat counts the countermeasured ones, doesn't count splash. So that's interesting, all your damage should be penetrative. I'm not, however, using armor that's more focused penetrative because I want to auto most of these things, although with 4 hours damage, I probably won't be doing that. Taking a look at the total damage, as you saw on the thumbnail, it was 19 minutes, which is pretty good, although I am using armor. I can keep driving, go for a perfect path, record this 10 times to get it down, but I'll just show you a pretty much average run. Well, hey, that's my build update. If you have questions about what I've done, go ahead and leave a comment below, and I'll make sure to get back to you. Anyway, and until next time, this is Derpy, signing out, helping you be a better pirate.